Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and we're answering publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. And we have a more of a statement here than a question from YouTube user XTV Ratings Guy, which I find to be a very interesting handle. I wonder if they work for one of those rating companies like Nielsen or something like that. And this question was posted on our October 19th, 2022 video entitled Moving Your Employment Discrimination or Sexual Harassment Case Out of a State Agency to the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. And I'll read the statement of the record. XTV Ratings Guy says, I'm just going to say it. When I first stumbled upon your channel, your smugness was a bit of a turnoff. After watching a number of your videos, the smugness grew on me. Keep up the good work, and you should do an extra smug video next time. LOL. All right. So this is the extra smug video. And I appreciate your kind words and your criticism because you're correct, right? Let's face it. Employment attorneys are all going to be a little bit off, right? It is not a normal thing for a human being to decide they want to make a living fighting all day, every day about hate crimes. The people who select that life tend to have a variety of quirks, both on the way in and which they develop over time as coping mechanisms for the extraordinarily high level of conflict and emotional toll, right? This is an industry with a very high, I think people have told me, a 1 in 14 suicide attempt rate for employment litigation attorneys. I believe I have recently been told that the substance abuse rate in litigation attorneys has somewhere between like 42 and 49%, right? So, people get into this game, even thinking of it a game is kind of gross, right? Like, look what I just did there. It's a game. It's people's lives, and I call it a game, right? Like, what kind of asshole am I, if you think about it, right? But we develop coping mechanisms, and I prefer not to develop coping mechanisms that will ruin my life. So one of the things that I brought to the table when I joined this was an absolute certainty that I was right about everything always, even when objectively I know that's not true. And that is something that I wear like a coat of armor. Just, is what it is. I also do play somewhat of a character, right? Employment law is performative, and there's value in your performance. And I have the douchiest haircut. I have often the most obnoxious outfits. I have there's something you're portraying, and I think what I portray often is something that really grinds people's gears, because we're not hired to be your nice, cuddly, emotional support attorney, right? We're your monsters for hire, and that is going to be inflicted on the other side. But it's not like when you hire a monster, you're gonna have a great time. I don't think people love us, right? Like, they're like, oh, I love that you fight for me. I love that I can trust you. There's a lot of things people love about our firm, but at the end of the day, a monster for hires still a monster. So, yeah, I rub people the wrong way. I do. I know it. My very best friends can only stomach me maybe 1-2 days a week max. Got low social skills, got low self-awareness. Good at my job, though. And I wouldn't trade a different, more sparkling personality for being less capable at my job. I wouldn't. Everything good I have in my life came from this practice, right? Came from helping people. Literally, everything I have, I have received because I have helped someone. And I'm at a great place in my life where I don't really have anything left to want, which is very relative for different people. But for me, that is how I feel. I feel like, oh, I got what I need. I don't need any more. I don't want any more. So that also just reinforces that smugness. Like, there's going to be an attitude of like, I got what I wanted, right? So, yeah, XTV ratings guy, we agree. I'm the worst. I'm also not going to change. Anyways, this is just supposed to be funny. Yeah, I agree. I'm off-putting, and it's weird that an off-putting person has a YouTube channel that's growing, because usually YouTubers are like super charismatic and, you know, extraordinarily likable. I think I'm a pretty good communicator. I communicate for a living. I think I really do a fairly good job at conveying some of the finer, more subtle points of this industry. But I know it. I know that I do it in a way that like rubs people the wrong way sometimes. So, you know, it's a non-standard approach to YouTube. And I'm just kind of the attitude like, yeah, you can take the help or not. You don't want the help, that's okay. I get it. I don't like me either. Take care.